I tried Vivaldi Browser for a week because Chrome takes up way too much resources and can't do cool stuff like this. But can Vivaldi actually replace Chrome, or is it just another Opera GX with a different personality? Let's dive right in. The only web browser powerful enough for you. This is the Vivaldi Browser website. They show it to be powerful, personal and private with a lot of features such as tab stacking, which essentially lets you merge two tabs together to keep everything a lot more cleaner. Let's download it. Essentially, the first challenge will be how many clicks does it get me to get to the actual browser. Let's get started, but I am going to skip that one. We are not doing any of that. Block trackers and ads. We'll go for classic. Already a lot of clicks. Continue and start browsing. Finally. Oh no, one more. Let's actually start browsing. These features really make Vivaldi very powerful. Tab tiling is one of those powerful features, and it is activated through the bottom on this interface here, giving you options to tile vertically, horizontally and to a specific grid. For example, you could have your Python video over here and perhaps be taking notes on this side of the page. If you want this whiteboard tab to be as in the same section as the Python tab, you can do this by tab stacking. The Python tab is in this tab stack, so it can't be seen from outside, and as you can see, this allows you to separate your work, and it also just looks a whole lot cleaner if I'm being honest. Talking of tabs, as you can see, the biggest difference in Vivaldi compared to other browsers is the tab bar position. As you can see, you can have it on the left, on the right side, and also on the bottom if you feel like it. I personally prefer it having on the left side as it leaves the top area of my screen, which I think is personally more important on some websites. As you can see, you can change the length of this area right here so it doesn't impact your view as much, and you can change this as well. Obviously, having a tab stack on here makes the space a whole lot more cramped. However, as you can see, having this section of the screen free is more important than this one. The next feature, which is really worth looking at, is Workspaces. As you can see, you can have different workspaces for different purposes such as research, shopping and programming, allowing you to switch between them. Let's create a new workspace which we will call work, and we might as well add a funny emoji. This one will do. In this workspace, I can open as many tabs as I want, and I can then easily switch back to my old workspace where I have my old Python tabs and my Vivaldi tab. Have different areas for different purposes, keeping it very organized. Now, the next very interesting thing about Vivaldi is the quick command feature. As you can see, it opens a very macOS inspired window which allows you to do pretty much everything. It is activated with the shortcut Ctrl-E, as you can see, and it lets you do all sorts of stuff like open new windows, new profiles, open task manager as well, and also search stuff normally, which is very good. Talking of task manager, let's have a look at its performance. This is an internal task manager in Vivaldi, and as you can see, it shows you how much resource every single tab is taking up, which I guess is very cool. Now, this button allows you to see all of the tabs you've recently closed and opened, and it allows you to quickly go back to them, such as the Excalibur drawer, and as you can see, it is still there as it was before, and it also allows you to quickly switch to different tabs in different workspaces too, such as the work one. Now, this is the web panel feature. As you can see, it allows you to open a mobile-sized version of some specific website, such as Wikipedia. This can work with Wikipedia, in this case with Vivaldi Help and other Vivaldi apps, and you can also add your own websites to it, such as Reddit, Telegram, WhatsApp and other, including Instagram. And as you can see, these are the popular uses for web panels, such as Google Translate. You can add your own tabs by simply opening them on the main page and then clicking this plus button, and as you can see, Google Translate is now in the panel. You can now easily just translate stuff very easily. What makes Vivaldi personal? I am not the personalization type of guy. I only care about the browser looking good enough for it to do its job. I do not care whether it has flowers or mangoes on the background, as it doesn't benefit me in any way. But if you are someone like this, just know that you have custom themes, fully customizable UI, user interface and extension support, which is a very key bit. See, if you didn't know, Vivaldi is based on the Chromium browser engine. You can use Chrome Web Store, which essentially you can use all of the Chrome extensions you used to use on Chrome, which is very good. What makes Vivaldi private? They claim that they don't sell our data to any other site, and they block trackers and ads using their own built-in tracker, which is very good from my personal experience. They also have a Proton VPN come with it. Now, as for the ad blocker, it really works well. As you can see, this is the Guardian website, a website filled with ads normally, but as you can see, where there would be ads normally, it is now empty, and let me tell you, it feels so good and it works very well. There should be ads on this side and probably on this side too, and if we do click on some article, for example, as you can see, there is no ads neither on on the right side or the left side. This is what it does well. Very good features. A red line to show the bad things, performance maybe, since it didn't do that well, but it was better than Chrome. Too much features which most people will never get to truly appreciate and use. It would be good if Vivaldi actually focused on perhaps explaining those features better, and I am also not sure how it compares to other browsers, which will be seen in future videos as I will be trying Firefox. So subscribe not to miss that one, let me know in the comments, and that will be it for today.